Welcome to LA Rider. I'm TW. America's biggest and baddest motorcycle rallies rocked South Dakota once again in August, and Amanda Joe was one of more than 500,000 riders to check out Sturgis 2021. How was your first Black Hills rally, Amanda?
It was awesome, TW. The riding was incredible, the sights absolutely thrilling, and the rally, well, it's Sturgis. What more can I say?
Well, let's take a look.
Spearfish Canyon was beautiful. This was one of the first things we did. So little did I know how much bigger the mountains and the hills would get, but for me, this was one of the first things that we did. So the trees were beautiful and the mountains were beautiful and the roads were so clean and curvy, and it was just, the further we got down in the canyon, it just got more and more beautiful. We ended up stopping off a couple times to see the waterfalls. Just the natural waterfalls in the canyon. They were beautiful. And there were flowers everywhere, all different kinds of flowers and plants. And there were fish. You could see the fish in the water. It was so clear and it was so cold, but it was incredible. Iron Mountain Road reminded me a lot of the Tail of the Dragon. It was so much fun. It was like, your own roller coaster that you're riding. But what was interesting to me was the road split off. And so it was no longer you were riding, head on, what's that even called? Traffic. But the road split off and you go down this single lane road, and that was incredible to me because I haven't seen that before. It was a lot of fun. That one was fun with all the switchbacks and
well, that's what I was going to ask. Were there a lot of switchbacks, turns?
Oh, yes, there were a lot, and it was, gosh, fun. Just so much fun is the best way to describe it.
And did you see how fast you could take it?
No, I kept it down pretty good. It was a lot of fun. Mount Rushmore. Wow, I have seen that everywhere on TV and magazines and pictures my whole life. So to be able to see it right in person was incredible. As we went up the hill to get to Mount Rushmore, you'd see bikers stopped off everywhere, just taking pictures from far away. And then we finally get to the top, and it wasn't quite as big as I thought it was going to be, but the amount of detail was incredible. It's just amazing to me that someone could make something like that in a mountain. Oh, Crazy Horse, wow. That one blew my mind. Okay, it didn't help that we saw Crazy Horse before we saw Mount Rushmore, which made it look even smaller, but just the massive size of Crazy Horse was just incredible. And one thing to me that stood out was not only the monument itself, but the people behind it. The fact that this guy who started this, who had this vision, knew that he would never be able to see it in his lifetime, and has just passed it down from generation to generation. It's just amazing to me that someone can have a vision like that. The Devil's Tower was so cool to me because it's a structure that I have never seen before. The way that it just stands so tall, and it's like so cylindrical, and it's just, and all the grooves in it. It was interesting to me, but I really liked all of the fungi and the algae on it. It gave it a really pretty green tint to it, and I know that maybe sounded gross, but it was beautiful. And all the rocks around it. There were people climbing on it when we were there, and they looked like little bitty ants going up those little grooves and ridges. It was incredible to see that. I would love to do that one day, but I think I gotta start small.
I didn't know they would let you climb that. That is incredible.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like amazing. A challenge we need to make.
Absolutely, that would be very cool.
Right. What about the rally? How was it?
The Sturgis rally definitely was what I thought it would be. It was huge. I couldn't believe how many bikes were there. Just everywhere you go, all the streets are closed off for bike parking. It was amazing, and the different varieties of bikes were really neat to see. But the amount of people, it was really cool. It was happy. Everybody there was just so happy to be there, and they were having a good time, and the food was great, and we stopped in and got t-shirts, and it was awesome. Everywhere we went, there were bikes, everywhere. It was amazing to see.
So Amanda, what was your favorite part of your first Sturgis rally?
Gosh, it's hard to pick just one. They're all amazing. But I think the one that stood out to me most was the Needles Highway. To me, it was like something you'd see in a sci-fi movie, like you were riding through a whole different world.
Oh, wow. Sturgis is definitely an incredible biker destination. We'll be back with more in just a moment.